Congrats, Darren!
Thank you po.
On your successful album. I remember watching you pa nung sa New Frontier Theater. You had a concert so many years ago. So, I feel so blessed to see you grow as an artist.
Salamat po.
Nax! So speaking of, yun na yung question ko din. You started your career at such a young age. Looking back, how do you think you've grown as an artist? Like, more specifically?
Ano po, dati parang 4'11 lang ako nung The Boys Kids. Ngayon 6 feet na. Pero literal na growth. No, but I mean, in terms of musicality ko po, mas hindi na ako takot mag-experiment. Ayun, I'm more verbal with what I want with my team. Dati parang oo lang po ako ng oo sa mga demo na binibigay pag mga album ko. But now I'm more hands-on. Also, masasabi kong perfectionist po talaga ako eh. Lalo na in this aspect when it comes to performing and also my music. I'd say I'm really a perfectionist. Kaya parang isa rin yun sa mga masasabi kong growth in the industry as well. And what else? I guess I've learned to grow with the industry, if that makes sense. Kasi parang ang dami kong adjustments, especially from being such an introvert as a guy from Canada. Ngayon, I know how to host na nga ako ng Showtime ngayon. So, lumalabas yung personality ko lalo. So that's some of the things I worked on with myself, and I'd say that's also part of my growth din. So yun po.
Congrats, and congrats again, and nice to meet you.
Salamat po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jacqueline, for your question. Now let's get to Julian Mauricio. Julian, are you here? Julian? Oh, there.
Julian!
Where's Julian?
Ayan.
Please do not be shy. Ayan. Hello po.
Hello po. Hey. The Voice Kids pa lang. Kuya Julian was one of the first who interviewed me also.
Full circle moment din pala.
Grabe.
So, you've released singles over the last few years, pero yung last proper album mo was medyo matagal na.
2017.
2017.
8 years.
Bakit ang tagal between full albums? Was there a specific reason kung bakit?
Actually, hindi rin po namin namalayan na ang dami ng taon na nakalipas. We didn't intentionally mean to make it this long before I released another album. But throughout the years since my last album in 2017, ang dami rin po kasing naging special projects like for Disney and also for ASEAN and stuff like that I didn't even know that I should be making my original music din. I should be releasing an album and stuff like that. Na parang nakontento na rin po ako siguro sa mga live performances na ginagawa ko on TV as well, like on ASAP and stuff like that. And parang when I became part of the Star Music family, that was one of their first goals, was to release an album with me. Kaya yun, nabigyan na ng pansin yung album, and it's finally here. And I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I didn't even realize it's been 8 years. Akala ko po 5 lang, mga ganun. Tapos pagka-check ko sa discography ko, 2017 pa pala yung huli. So, maririnig nyo rin yung difference ng boses ko from 2017, where I was just 16 years old, and now I'm 24. So, yeah. Crazy. Opo.
Ayun. Pahabol lang na question. On this album, you composed and wrote a lot of the songs. If I'm not mistaken, mga 90% ata?
Hindi na, siguro po mga 40%, yeah.
Could you talk about your creative process in general? Syempre iba na ngayon, no? Since you're older and more mature, I'm sure it's different now compared sa mga first attempts mo at writing music. Ano na nag-iba, and what is the process like now?
I'd say the process for writing my music now, it comes from anything po talaga. There's so many different ways I get inspiration. It can be, minsan may kwento lang yung mga kaibigan ko, sinusulat ko na yung experience nila na ganun, or something I also saw in a movie or a TV show. It can also be from personal experiences. So, kung titignan nyo po yung album, yung mga sinulat ko, ano sila eh, they they don't coincide with one another. Bibitaw na, tapos yung next na nirelease ko, Iyo, which is a love song, tapos nag-release ako ng parang breakup song ulit, yung Hanggang Kailan. So, it's really different topics and different genres. And I feel like that's also a way for me to explore my musicality as well. So parang I don't want to stick to just one genre or just one theme. So yun po yung creative process ko. And when I write songs, magkasabay na po yung lyrics tsaka melody na nire-record ko sa phone ko na naka-demo. Tapos pinapasa ko na lang kay Sir Jonathan. And then, ayun, he gets it arranged. And we get to the studio and that's pretty much how we do our songs, how we record the ones that I wrote po. Tapos yung mga iba naman na nasa album, they came from demos. And I'm very lucky to be able to work with such talented artists like Kuya Tyro, DJ MOD, and all of the other songwriters, si Sir Jonathan as well. So, yeah, ayun po yung creative process namin. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Sir Julian, for your questions. Now we have questions from Jella De Vera and Rel Jordan Salazar from Manila Concert Junkies, who I will be asking. So we were just talking about the themes on the album. So sakto yung question nila. Please take us through the preparations for this album. What were some of your inspirations or themes that you wanted to explore for the songs?
Inspirations or themes? Ayun nga, parang yung ibang kanta ko galing sa pelikula na pinanood ko, yung iba naman galing sa mga kwento ng mga kaibigan ko, like a personal experience that they're experiencing within that moment. So, it's just how I write. And then also, Iyo was a lot easier to write kasi may tema kong kailangang sundan, which was the love story of Caroline and Bingo dun sa Can't Buy Me Love. So, ganun yung mga creative process ng songwriting ko. Yeah.
Love that. I mean, grabe, no? You're able to make songs out of experiences. What a talent.
Oh, maraming salamat. Naks. Pero yun, like, minsan talaga binabalikan ko months later yung mga kanta. Kaya talagang 3 years in the making yung album na to. Because some of the songs I wrote in 2021 pa. Yung Hanggang Kailan, sinimulan ko yun 2021. Tapos, nirelease siya last year lang, 2024. And that's when I finished it as well. So, may mga ganong kanta na nandun lang sa drafts ng phone ko. And now it's part of this album.
All in due time.
Yes.
All in due time. And the next question actually is, with every new album comes a new era. As a musical artist, what can we expect from Darren in this new era?
In this new era, well, I used to be someone who didn't want to sing his original songs. Yung parang pag iimbitahan ako for a corporate event or a mall show, yung puro covers yung kinakanta ko kasi feeling ko parang, dito mas mag-e-enjoy yung tao, mas makaka-relate yung tao dito, not knowing na dapat, as an artist, dapat alam mo sa sarili mo na you should be singing your own songs. Yan din yung isa sa mga sinabi sa akin ng mga, nung nakausap ko sina Sir Jonathan, sina Mama Reg, yung parang mag-release ka lang ng mag-release. Si Ate Sara nagsabi din sa akin na parang, hindi ka ba nagsusulat? Sabi ko, tinatry ko po. Sabi niya, pero may na-release ka na. Sabi ko, parang ayokong gawin. Pero yeah, yung si Ate Sara din yung sa nagsabi na, just keep releasing songs. Si Ate Sara Geronimo, my coach from The Voice Kids, because she said, just keep on producing content, producing stuff that you like. So, isa siya sa mga naging inspirations ko sa pagsulat din. Kasi, oo nga no, like as an artist, dapat gumagawa ka ng sarili mong kanta, nagpo-produce ka ng sarili mong music and content and stuff like that. So, now I have that in my mind na parang kahit sa mga mall shows and also corporate events, I try to sing a few original songs as well as some covers as well kahit sa mga concerts ko. So hopefully one day, you know, I can do a concert na kahit 80% original songs, no, or even more than. So yun, it's a goal of mine. Pero now I am on the road to that. Yung singing more of my original songs sa mga performances.
Yes! Di ba Darren Addicts, kaya-kaya ni Darren yan? Manifest na natin from this day. Mark nyo na sa calendar ninyo. Yan. Okay, so our next question is coming from Alan Sancon from Stars Photog. Alan, are you here? Oh, there! Hello Alan!
Congratulations Darren sa iyong album.
Salamat po.
So nagulat na kami ngayon na kami naka-attend ng album launch na yung mga celebrity friends mo is here. Yung tanong ko lang related to that, ano ka ba bilang kaibigan? Why they are so supportive with you, especially on this milestone of your career, yung album launch mo?
Malayo ko naman magyabang. Wow, pero hindi kasi sinasabi rin po nila na I don't know, reliable daw ako na kaibigan. Yung parang I show up for my friends, I show up for people. Yes, nag-agree sila. Maraming salamat. Nag-agree sila. Pero ayun, like parang I've learned to put my energy into people who also reciprocate the energy I give them. So, ayun, yung mga taong nakita nyo dito, sila yung ilan sa mga day one ko, sila yung talagang, yung iba dyan, The Voice Kids pa lang, like Kuya Robbie, sina Enchong, they've been so supportive ever since The Voice Kids, and until now, they're still here sa album launch ko. So, I'm really blessed to have friends that I can also call my family. So, ayun. What else? Siguro, dahil galante din ako. Wow, Nax! Sa akin nang galing. Galante rin. Hindi, pero, yun, siguro na gigilty sila. Yung parang, sige na nga, pumunta na tayo sa album mo. Libre siya ng libre, tapos di tayo pupunta. So, yun. What else? Yeah, I'd say, as a friend, I'm pretty reliable. Yun po.
Nagulat din kami na sa album launch mo, nagulat din kami na ang dami palang mga Darenatics in different part of the world.
Yes!
So, ano pa naman bilang mga idol sa kanila? Bakit ganun kanila ka-supportive all over the world?
Hindi ko rin po alam. I honestly can't thank the Darenatics enough kasi sila po talaga yung sumuporta since The Voice Kids. Kung wala sila, wala rin ako dito kasi sila yung unang naniwala sa akin sa industriyang ito. Hindi man ako nanalo sa The Voice Kids, pero andyan pa rin sila supporting and believing in me. Until today, alam mo yung hindi ko alam kung paano kayo papasalamatan, and I just love you guys so much. And thank you for being part of this journey for the past 11 years. May mga nakilala ako na may mga nakilala ko na iba't ibang eras sila pumasok sa Darenatics fandom. Merong mga recently lang during the pandemic, merong mga iba since The Voice Kids pa. So, maraming salamat for growing up with me as well. 11 years, hindi yun biro. Yung iba dito na, I love you too! Yung iba dito nakilala ko, mga estudyante pa sila. Oo, yung iba dito, single pa sila no. Ngayon yung iba, ngayon yung nakagraduate na yung karamihan, may mga love life na, ganun. So, yung Darenatics yung mga taong, I'd say I grew up with, I'm growing old with as well. Yun.
Last na lang about your album.
Yes
po. Ikaw pa rin, di ba? Isa sa mga talagang sumikat itong yung eviction night mo song na paalam
muna sandali,
di ba? So, in-expect mo bang ganun ka magiging masikat yon at nakakagulat na yung best friend mo pa yung unang na-evict?
Yes!
Si AC pa yung unang na-evict at yung unang inalay mo kanta para sa kanya.
Kaya talagang minadali ko pong i-record kasi sabi ko, ay parang siya talaga. Hindi, joke lang. Pero, hindi po namin in-expect na magiging ganun yung reception ng tao sa Paalam Muna Sandali because parang namimili na dapat sina Direk Lawrence sa ibang mga original songs ni Sir Jonathan para gawing eviction song. Pero Sir Jonathan pitched this song na ginawa niya, Paalam Muna Sandali, and he wanted me to interpret it. Tsaka sinabi ko na Sir John, baka hindi po talaga umabot. Pwedeng ibang artist na lang yung pakantahin nyo and stuff like that. But he really waited for me, which I'm so grateful for Sir John. Maraming salamat. Talagang hinintay niya akong makalapag. Kahit dumiretso ako galing na iyat, it was all worth it. And I'm glad that it turned out to be the way that it is now with the reception of all the viewers of PBB.